The collection of amazing AI-based and motorized web cameras this year rapidly grows. Here's a new brand which promises to offer unmatched value and image quality. We are inspecting the Smart Live Stream Cam by Aicoco. Hey, good day, really nice to meet you. My name is Michael, and once again we are on the hunt for fresh and interesting new technologies. Today we're going to talk about web cameras, which is a topic usually not being that interesting just because most of your web cameras are likely integrated in your laptop's display and you happen to just use them. But they imply a lot of limitations like angle imperfections, image quality issues, lack of AI, etc, etc, etc. This is why, in order to upgrade the quality, you sometimes would want to pick one of those external web cameras. Today's device comes from a company called Aicoco, which is a brand new company. They're one of their first products, and I think the name itself says enough about the features. Smart Live Webcam. But we have to say that behind this company there's a larger well-known company called Telesyn, so it looks like they have enough experience to bring the right set of features in order to make a successful product at a very good price. So our task today is to put this Aicoco Smart Live Stream Cam under serious testing and figure out which are the strengths, but also which are the weaknesses. The launch price is quite tempting. In fact, $159 is significantly less than what similar devices with similar functions would ask for. Big brands like Logitech would ask a few times more, but may also have a lot more polished software experience, which, of course, Aicoco might have already caught up with. So, unboxing. The pack looks good, with the key highlights shown on the box. At the first sight, this actually looks like a dash camera. But of course, this is not one of the possible use cases. Inside, here's a user guide, together with the specs sheet. Detailed, straight to the point, excellent. Here's the Smart Live Stream Cam itself. At this point of time, it also is referred to as a 2K camera, so could be that a 4K edition comes out at some point. You can notice that it supports two-dimensional movements. Build quality seems to be good. The camera is made of ABS plastic and aluminum alloy material. On the outside, the lens is well visible. It supports angle adjustment, including automatic adjustment based on AI-backed face tracking. So let's quickly check about the main technical specs. Video resolution is up to 1440p thanks to the 5-megapixel image sensor inside. There's a dual-core ARM-based processor by EasyTech, a built-in motor control algorithm, gesture control support, built-in clip mechanism, a 1/4-inch mount thread, inbuilt microphone, a Type-C connection port for multi-operating system support, and is rather lightweight. Specs seem to be good, at least sound to me. If most of what we just said doesn't ring a bell to you, I'll try to explain it in simpler words. When it comes to web cameras, I believe there are two components with major importance about us being satisfied. First of all, the image sensor inside, together with the optics, whether they provide the good enough image quality. And we're going to see enough samples so that you can make up your mind whether in bright and not so bright conditions it delivers the necessary quality. Second thing I will pay attention to are the AI capabilities and generally the system on a chip performance. This here has NPU inside. This is the processor responsible for machine learning. That means gestures which control the behavior of the camera and the whole PTZ implementation, which is this part where it can go in different directions and angles and actually track you. So I think it's now time to get it connected and see how it works in real life. To demonstrate you the installation, it is simple, really simple. Find a good spot for the camera. You can easily place it on a monitor, on a TV, on a tablet, even a smartphone using the clip mount. Or if none of them resonates with your ideas, any 1/4-inch compatible mount is gonna work fine. It can be placed entirely standalone in the center of a room, no software needed. Plug and play, the universal USB driver gets recognized by the operating system and it works. Windows, Mac OS, Android, Google TV, all of them can recognize Aicoco's Smart Live Stream Cam. They actually have done a great job with shortlisting the most popular use cases on their websites, like sports or esports, live streaming platforms, teaching, presentations, and of course, the usual conference calls. Apparently, the functionality is going beyond most average webcams, and the biggest advantage, at least as I see it, the ability to track and follow you without needing an operator. I can think of a few friends doing podcasts that are going to love this feature. To demonstrate the image quality and study the control features, let's go through the gestures. They're universal across the operating systems. This sign initiates the face tracking. If successfully triggered, the LED turns green and the camera is in following mode. Then we have the zoom in and the zoom out functions. If the background behind you is clear, the gesture is easily recognized, but in busy frames, you may have to try harder. And this is the stop tracking gesture. The 180-degree tracking covers a wide enough area to be good enough for conference calls, including many people, which of course could turn into a challenge for the tracking algorithm. Oh, and there's a gesture to enable or disable the logo. If you're mostly having static meetings, these gestures simply bring some added value which you may occasionally use. But the real deal is about presenters, about teachers and anyone that needs the freedom of movement to show or demonstrate a thing. As someone who mostly organizes the filming alone, this can be a real challenge, and for the people without experience in planning of angles and equipment, this AI tracking can be very helpful. I was relieved to notice that the gestures and the AI tracking are well working both in daytime and low light conditions. Speaking of which, the camera demonstrates very good qualities in dark environments, eliminates most of the noise, and provides very crisp image quality. This is a lot better than most standard inbuilt web cameras and can challenge even a lot more expensive webcams, including some recognized champions about low light performance. If you need to record any of the content, here's a freeware idea. Download OBS Studio, select a Aicoco Smart Live Stream Cam as a source and enjoy. The software is very popular among streamers and video creators because it is among the easiest ways to link to various streaming platforms. It also was the software that I used for recording most of these samples. For Android, there are certain alternatives too, like this freeware solution that I got from Play Store. Thinking it through, combine a tablet with this webcam, and this is like a portable filming studio for most creators. That's the real life test outdoors. Yes, audio and video both testing. Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. Really beautiful place. Kind of quiet, although the road is like 30 meters away. And if I do this gesture, which pretty much immediately kicks in, it's already relying on AI tracking, which is pretty nice, and maybe we can try to confuse it by this painting. I think it's doing great. But question is, what do you think about the audio quality and the video quality? Please comment below. For the review to be complete, accurate and objective, we should of course talk about the drawbacks. It's a little bulky. There is no external microphone input port, which means that you should either count on the inbuilt microphone or install a microphone by yourself. Maintaining two different devices is sometimes overwhelming. 4K resolution would have been a nice idea as well, and software or control tool as well, because at this point of time I see no possibility to update the firmware, which for AI-based devices might be quite an important task to do. In the end, Aicoco's first webcam, called the Smart Live Stream Cam, happens to be a fantastic unit with excellent image quality, very good AI tracking features, and the fact that it supports multiple operating systems. It means that pretty much you don't have any limitations about using it, and the AI tracking, which these days is so important, gives you the freedom to entertain your audience in a much better and more efficient way. So that's all about it. Of course, if you happen to have any further questions or comments about its qualities, join in the section below the video. As usual, a link to the product with the discount I'm going to place somewhere in the description. And thank you very much for watching this episode together with me. Hopefully it was fun, useful, and at the same time, you learned something new. And I really look forward to seeing you in our next video. Have a great day. See you around.